it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island, hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios.
Meantime, who's Mr. My Pillow on the radio across the country? Oh, forget, you're just crushing it with the My Pillow, Mike.
It's pretty amazing. You know what?
Yeah.
Our audience, and that includes your audience, of course, because a whole bunch of Joe Piscopo fans, of which I'm one, stick around, which I'm so grateful for at 10 o'clock. Can I brag on the audience for just a little bit?
Yes, please.
Do you mind if I say something about Prison Fellowship Ministry?
Yeah, please.
This is this incredible program, and you with your relationship with the Boys and Girls Clubs,
yes, sir.
You relate. I know how much this means to you. They asked me about a month ago, would you help us get this thing going, invite people to donate to send a child who's the son or daughter of a prisoner, somebody who's incarcerated, to summer camp for a week. It's called Prison Fellowship. Chuck Colson started. You remember Chuck Colson?
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
Watergate fame.
Yeah.
And he became very spiritual, found God, and this was his life's calling.
Right.
So I said, gosh, guys, I mean, how much is it? Well, it's $200 to send a child. And this is a child who has just lost everything. Their parent is in jail. Their parent is in prison. These kids are desperate. They're sad. They're scared. And they get to go be a kid for a week, and they go camping and they swim. And
Beautiful.
And they pray and they learn the gospel. I mean, this is a Christian fellowship, a Christian ministry. And so I said, well, okay, I guess I don't know. The month of May, are people going to be generous? I don't know. What's the goal? Well, 260 kids. Wow, 260 kids for the month of May at $200 a piece. I'll do my best.
Yeah.
I told the story.
Yeah.
Joe, as I sit here today and I look up at the screen, our listeners have donated enough to send, are you ready for this?
Yes, sir.
686 children to summer camp.
Wow. God
686 kids are going to get to go for a week. There's one that I'm going to go up to, I think, with Phil Boyce in over the summer in Connecticut. But they're all over the country, they called Angel Tree camps.
Yeah.
Joe, we've never seen anything like this. 686 kids, and I was afraid 260 was going to be unattainable.
Yeah,
and our listeners just came through in a major way, as they do. They're generous. People love taking care of American kids who are going to be, going to be a child for a week, and they're going to fellowship with other kids from all walks of life.
I know.
And they're going to get to, it's just incredible. What a story.
Where can we go to help, by the way, while we're talking?
MikeOnline.com. The Angel Tree Camp banner is at the top of the page.
Look at you.
And it's fun because many people, I think, have put in a $200 donation, which I didn't expect, to watch the counter go up. Because you see it. You see the revised goal. We went from 260 to 332. We thought, okay, let's go crazy and say, let's make a 332 kid goal. And right now, right below 332, it says 686 kids going to camp, thanks to the Mike Gallagher Show family of listeners.
God bless you, Mike. I know, working with the Boys and Girls Clubs in New Jersey, you see a lot of these kids are born into situations. It's not their fault, and a lot of the parents aren't incarcerated, or some are even drug addicted. But in your case, what you're talking about, they're incarcerated. It's not the kids' fault, and it's our responsibility to reach out. And it's great.
And many times, Joe, as you well know, these kids are abuse victims. They have been treated terribly. Sometimes it's not the parent who raises them at all. It's a grandparent. It's a relative. I mean, and so to take their little lives for 1 week and just be a normal kid that goes away to. And I love the prayer component. I love the fact that these kids will be praying. They're going to learn the gospel. They're desperate for God's love.
You're right.
They're desperate
You're right.
for some goodness in their life.
Let me do this to irritate. I'm going to irritate Cthulhu. Praise Jesus. That's all I'm going to say.
Praise God. Praise God.
Hey, Mike, before we let you go, to a couple minutes away from a traffic, and Mike's got to go. He's got his big show at 10:05 on AM 970. The Answer. I mean, I'm so happy about Jerusalem. I'm so happy about being the capital. I'm so supportive of the great state of Israel, our friends there, how beautiful this is. And then all the news about the Palestinians. Mike, how do you, as a broadcaster, draw that? I had trouble yesterday getting. You want to celebrate. Your hearts go out to the Palestinians because those innocent Palestinians are being. I think like Hamas isn't pushing these people out, and all they want to do is death to Israel and kill Israelis. I mean, how do you draw the line when you're on the air?
Yeah, there's a lot of Palestinians, of course, who are not innocent. Hamas is a designated terrorist organization by the U.S. Let that sink in. They are a designated terrorist organization. There's a great piece we're going to tackle today, Joe, by Marina Medved in townhall.com. Fake news, she says, to call this Palestinian violence, which is all it is, protest. These aren't protests. This is violence. These are acts of violence.
Yep.
And frankly, Israel and the reaction from some American types because of their Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah.
Joe, I'm still trying to process Steve Schmidt, a former McCain aide who's really angry about Trump, hates Trump. Went all over all the TV news shows after the really inappropriate joke that was told in the White House. And you could just see that look on his face. Now he's saying, get this is an American pundit, that this violence and this bloodshed in the Gaza Strip, that's blood on Trump's hands. That President Trump has blood on his hands for the Palestinian violence that has happened on. I mean, this is how unhinged these folks have gotten. When you take a Republican that sounds just like a far left, liberal activist, you got a problem, Houston.
You know what,
Houston,
Mike?
we got a big problem.
I know, and they're not even thinking about all the good and where were the Palestinians? Where was Hamas? And all backed by Iran, by the way. Why didn't they sit down before this? They had a chance to sit down. We've been asking them to sit down, Mike Gallagher.
And the conservative Republican view for decades has been Jerusalem is the capital of Israel.
Yeah.
George W. Bush promised to move the embassy, didn't do it.
No.
Clinton acknowledged it. President Obama acknowledged it. President Trump's the first one to do it.
Yeah, man.
I mean, my goodness, this is a celebratory thing. It's a great thing, and it's regrettable that Palestinians engaged in violence, and incidentally, much of the violence directed at what they call the day of catastrophe, which is today. A lot of this violence surrounds the 70-year anniversary of the state of Israel. That's what they're violently reacting to. So fake news and a lot of We're going to be all over it today. We got lots to try to analyze beginning at 10 o'clock after the great King of the My Pillows, Joe Piscopo.
Yeah, that's it.
AM 970.
Mike, we'll be listening. Thanks for joining us, Mike. God bless you, brother.
Joe.
Keep up the great work. There's the man right there, Mike Gallagher. You don't want to miss Mike. 10:05 on AM 970. The Answer.
Everybody knows this guy. Now, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.